All right, guys. So, welcome to the podcast. Today, we're going to talk execution, talking following through and sticking to something no matter how good it's going, and understanding you just got to keep with it. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going, never quit. So, even when you don't know why am I doing this, you start to question what is the reason I'm even here? Why am I doing this again? And at some point, you just got to go, just keep going. Even if you don't know why right now, in a little bit, you're going to start to figure out, okay, this is why I do this. Okay. And shit will start to work out for you. Same thing with me and Snoop Dogg. At some point, I was like, man, I'm not like getting what I'm trying to do. And I just kept going. And then all of a sudden, Snoop Dogg's calling, and the next thing you know, I'm on stage with Snoop Dogg. And it was like I just not was not like I'm recording and mixing people in a genre of music I don't care about, nor do I understand. It's not rap songs. It's not me rapping. And the next thing I'm on stage with Snoop. The next thing you know, I got a song with Snoop. Next thing you know, I got a song with Daz and Corrupt. Next thing you know, I'm hanging out with Snoop, man. He's passing the fucking Doochie. So it's just keep going. Like I'm in a place right now, specifically me right now, and like wondering what am I doing right now. And I just know I just got to keep going, and then eventually you'll be able to see that much further. So that's what we're talking about. Execution. Just keep executing, keep executing, keep executing, keep executing, keep executing, and keep executing. Do not sit there and second guess yourself. You had a plan. Don't switch to a new plan. Of course, if you keep losing long enough, you might rethink that. But know what you want, and you'll be able to make a better decision. So again, right now it's called execution, and that's where we're going. So, what's up, Will? What do you think?
And it's not just, I've been finding out that it's not just execution towards what you want. I've also been finding out very recently that it's also execution in what you're currently doing, because it's the basic stuff that I've been doing has gone through a rough patch because of the type of people I'm surrounded myself with in the basic stuff, and it's affected my execution. And at that mindset of kind of struggling at the basic stuff I'm doing, it kind of puts a cloud on what I'm also trying to accomplish. So it's not just executing at what you want to do, but it's also executing at what you're currently doing to help you get there also. I want to start off with that because when I'm executing at the basic things, I have that confidence. I also have the confidence of knowing that I'm succeeding at the basic level. So if I take these same things about myself that I'm executing on a basic level, and I take it to what I'm doing on a grander scale, I know I'm going to succeed because I'm already succeeding and executing professionalism and competence at a basic level. So how much more exciting to know that, man, I don't even belong here. I could take what I'm succeeding here and take it times 10 to what I'm doing outside of here to not have to come back there. That much more confidence to keep going and keep executing at the bigger stuff I'm trying to do. That's the first thing. But yes, never quit. And, don't be don't be shy knowing the fact that you may be different. Because what's different about you is what's separating yourself from everyone else, even though everyone else doesn't see it yet. Keep grooming yourself and executing on who you know you are. You just might not be able to prove it in your life at the moment that this is who I am. But keep executing and keep going. You know, I've always, I felt like I've been different since I was a kid, and my shoulders have sat different, and being the last person on the street during the club years while everyone else is has gone home, and I'm the last person on the street looking around. Well, I guess I've had as much fun as I can possibly have, so I guess now I'll walk home. And it's like, well, what is my body longing for that it hasn't experienced yet? And that's something that keeps me going, because I don't think I even have the fun that I'm looking for, that my system is longing for yet. And I think it's like the red carpet type stuff. Why am I the last person on the street? I mean, someone else can say, I feel, because and guess what? Getting ready to go out that night, I'm so excited. I'm so happy to get dressed, so happy to look fresh and have my stuff together to go out with my friends, and then not even have as much fun as I anticipated getting ready. What is my system longing for that it hasn't experienced yet? That's a question I'm still asking myself. And those are the things that keeps me going on these bigger things, because I am trying to answer that question. I'm executing on a grander scale so I can rise above the basic stuff and the basic people and the 2-week mentality paycheck and the I'm never going to achieve anything but this job and working for someone else and somebody telling me when to come to work and when to go home and when to go to lunch and asking for a vacation. And this is okay with me. This is okay with them. They're sitting where they need to be. So, don't shy away from you feeling like, man, I'm settling. You don't have to settle.
Exactly.
Um, that's why it's so important to, for you to take the steps to clearly define what you want. Because when you start opening your mind, which you can get this information in the links in the descriptions in the podcast, and you have access to this information that can help you start thinking bigger and help you start dreaming bigger dreams and help you realize that, like, you know what, I do want more. This is executions. Executing at the lower, executing everything, man. Just eating better, getting better sleep, doing as many right things as you can as possible, long enough, consistently and long enough. So you can open your path up to understand where you're trying to go. Execution. I don't know why you played it back. I lose my train of thought when you do that. But yeah. execution. And it all starts from the basic levels. What you're basically doing, all the way to what you're trying to achieve. For myself, it all kind of goes together. That's why this material, I hope that those really like that's so loud. I would highly advise you look into this information in our descriptions and start taking the actions to help start changing things in your life to be better, and stop doing the same things over and over and expecting something else to happen for you. If you want things in your life to change, you're going to have to change things in your life. And sometimes you need some tools, because I needed this information. I needed this information as soon as I got the first, as soon as I listened to the first information about this. This is because of that. I couldn't get enough. I still can't get enough. And, I hope I can give this same experience to you as well.
And you'll see a lot more of this experience and some of the stuff we have coming out that'll help you, basically wrap your head around what's going on. And it'd be kind of a paint by numbers situation to really help you get a great mindset, like from the starting of your day to midday to end of your day to what you do in your sleep. So it's more of a paint by numbers piece, and we're just trying to add value into what you're doing, and everything we do in our own lives, and we believe in. It's heavy, it's heavy. It's something we know. I mean, I have people that come in my life that talk this same stuff, and I can see when they vibrate it different, and they're out of my life. They could be the heaviest part of the life. They could have started this podcast with me, and I don't care. You're gone. Because you don't move the same way. You're not vibrating. You're not what you're saying you're doing. So clearly you don't understand. And this is how heavy we believe in this stuff. So it's pretty imperative you watch a lot of this stuff and really understand and wrap your head around it, or write questions, and then we would literally talk to you on the phone personally about this information. That's how important it is to us. Executing is massive. So execute until you see some sort of traction. Really heavy when you don't know what you're doing. It's like I was talking to Will about a person. They had a goal, and I asked, did they do the most simplest thing that would show that was truly their goal? If you were a rapper, have you ever written a rap verse? No, but I really want to be a rapper. Well, you've never even written a verse yet. You say you want to be a rapper. You want to be a painter, and you never painted anything or even draw a face. How can you say that's what you want? You want to be a beat maker? Oh, I'm gonna be the best beat maker. Have you ever made a beat? No. I'm gonna be the best fashion designer. Have you ever made a fashion thing? Have you even designed a sock or even drew a picture on a shirt? Well, I mean, what are you waiting for? You're waiting till you go to school and go to college? Kanye West already had done 100 designs before I shouldn't say 100, thousands of designs before he even went to college for the stuff. Now he's designing for Fendi and all these big companies stuff. He was there. He did fashion. That's what he went to school for before he ever touched rap. He's already schooled in that. He didn't just start. I want to be a freaking designer. He went to school for it. People go, oh my God, he made the best shoes. $1 billion from shoes? $1 billion from shoes? Really? Well, yeah, he went to school for it. He's been making designs on shoes for many years. This isn't a new rapper decides to make fashion designs. No, fashion designer becomes rapper or producer or rapper first, decides to make his own beats because nobody can't find nobody to make beats for him. Rapper makes beats. Beats end up becoming famous. Remember, Will, you don't know what thing that's gonna make you famous. Beats ended up making him famous. But he was a designer, a clothing designer first. He was a clothing designer first. That's what he went to school for. Started rapping. Rapping didn't work for him first. But what ended up working was he kept moving forward and made beats. Beats made him. He did the whole Blueprint album. Nine out of 10 songs on that album were from his music. After Rawkus Records did not even sign him. So he went to Dame Dash, and Dame Dash is like, stop trying to rap to me. Let me hear your beats. He goes there, beats, Jay-Z. Eventually he says mayonnaise bins. I push Miracle Whips, and they're like, oh, that shit's dope. We should try a rap album with you. Next thing he does the rap album. So he's backwards. Paint by numbers backwards. The fucking last thing he did, which was beats, hit. He got famous off those. His rap thing he did second finally hit. Then his third thing, he came all the way back to his full circle beginning. And then his thing that made him the billionaire was his first thing. Clothing design. Now he's got
totally see that. Whoa.
heavy gyms, guys. You got to be me to know that shit. So
undercover wear.
Yeah, come backwards. Clothing designer.
Royale 3, like
yeah. And people go, "Oh, you came out the word work with that." No, I've been doing that since I was standing in Will Jackson's old house by the church, talking Royale. So, which we won't even tell them the story of that because that's just coming out. So that's really gonna. No, I do know that shit's really gonna happen. Royale is gonna happen as a brand. So. Don't even
I've
trip.
already had dreams about it.
Don't even trip. I'm already doing clothing. It's only a matter of time before I do jeans and other shit. So with the same shit we've been talking to in the specific designs that nobody ever actually did. So we got that shit in the back pocket. But my point is, he started out a designer, then became a rapper, made beats, blew up as beat maker, backstep, rapper. Then he made the freaking designer work. Now that designer designs homes and all this other shit. He's gone next level with what he does. $5 billion, okay? But his first thing he started with that didn't seem to pop. What he thought was going to give up on him. What he thought wasn't going to work for him. Where everybody thought he failed. Yeah, I went to school for this. It didn't work out. You became a rapper. Oh, man, you went to school for a designer. Didn't work out. You became a rapper? No. Oh, the rapper didn't work either? Oh, you became a beat maker? Okay, so you made it as a beat maker. So you ain't no rapper and you ain't no a designer. Then he becomes famous as a rapper. Then he becomes famous as a freaking designer. And becomes the most rich off the first thing that everybody would have thought he failed at. But that's my point of keeping on going with the execution. Just keep going. Just keep going. Whatever it is you do, keep going. Set those dominoes up. Right? He set up a domino on fashion. Set up domino on the rap thing. Did his little rap crew thing. Then got hit on the beat thing. Next thing you know, you back up those dominoes. It knocked over the rap thing and knocked over the freaking. It knocked over the freaking the whole designer game, and the designer game made him a billionaire. The first thing that they thought that he failed at. $5 billion. Everybody thought Jay-Z made it way ahead of him. He surpassed him 5 times. Billion. 5 billion. Walmart just tried to make his little Air Yeezys, little like Croc style shoes. Just sued them, made another billion. So you never know. Keep going. You got the thing. You think, well, what a waste of time. I learned how to be good at X, Y, Z. And no, just keep going. And guess what? Eventually, XYZ might play itself into where, okay, he made himself to where he was minus 250 million as a rapper beat maker. In the hole, 250 million. His first thing he did pulled him out of the hole and made him a 5 billionaire. So, rapper, he's doing this. People are like, he's famous, but the rapper thing helped him to be valid on his designing thing, but he's legitimately dope as a designer. He designs full concert sets now for big famous people. So you just don't know. Just keep putting up those dominoes, keep going forward, and just keep doing. And I'm at a place where I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I know I have a lot of talent. I don't know why I'm doing half the shit I'm doing, because it's not showing the results. I have arbitrarily imagined a certain result at a certain time, and it's not there. I would have been making $30,000 a month already. Right now I should be making $30,000 a month. What the fuck? I'm only a third there. What the fuck? But then I go, man, I'm a third there. That's more than I was making before I started this journey. But I'm a third there. And I'm just like, man, in my head I made up a number. Don't feel like you failed based on some bullshit number you made up for yourself, thinking it doesn't work. Just keep fucking going. That's the number one thing. If you don't ever quit, you never lose. So it's like, no, what do you mean I lost Monopoly? We're still playing. So what if you got Park Place and Broadway and you got all the whole table and I only got the fucking railroads? Like whatever. We're still fucking playing. We're still fucking playing. And I ain't fucking never quitting. If you don't quit, you don't lose. And I'm dead serious about that. If you don't quit, you don't lose. I'm 43. All of my friends, other than the person on the other fucking screen here, have quit. Every fucking one has said, I want that too. And they're gone. And off they go doing their own shit. And some of them doing some cool stuff too. But at the same time, not doing what we said we were going to do. So, don't quit. Execute. And even if you don't know why the fuck you're doing it. But get this. Here's my big thing to myself. Why am I doing this? Well, what else could you be doing? Watching the newest fucking version of Loki on Disney Plus? Watching the newest fucking show on Netflix? Watching the newest show on Apple TV? Watching Hulu? I know all these because I have them all, because my wife does it. The bottom line is, your alternative is to just sit around and freaking drink some beers or eat some vegan food, whatever the hell it is you do, and work out, or maybe you play golf, but do nothing towards something bigger, but not add anything to something bigger. And just coast, like watching TV or playing a sport or going and playing some hoops at the court and working out. And working out is good for your health. I get that. But at the same time, if it stops you from doing something greater, then that's what it is. You've chose your path. So at the end of the day, what the fuck else are you doing with your time? Is what I ask you. execute, 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 because the alternative, and I always say when I'm going, what am I fucking doing this? I spend so much money. Just this month I spent over $1,000 on random shit that you would not even understand, but it lends its hand to what I do. So it's valuable to me. And it's like, but why? You're not actually making that much money off this shit. Why are you still doing all these things, marketing and all this stuff? It's not making you a bunch of money. You could have put that in the bank and invested that. And I'm like, man, the alternative is to sit down, wash the dishes, watch TV, make some dinner and the barbecue, and then go to sleep, wake up, and do that fucking thing again. And that basically is breathing air, sleeping and eating, and then shitting. And then doing it all over again. And I fucking won't do that. And it doesn't take a great mindset to do that. Wake up, eat, work, eat, shit, sleep, wake up, eat, work, shit, sleep. You know, I'm not doing that cycle. So at the end of the day, I always go like, when I go, why am I doing all this extra shit? I could just be, instead of doing what I'm doing right now, I could not be on a podcast right now. I could be fucking resting. I'm tired. I've had 4 days of day drinking and hanging out, fucking camping, where I'm beat, tired, and I need to still empty the car and empty all that shit, put it all back where it goes. But I'm on a podcast because at the end of the day, I could just go to bed and that's it. And then go to sleep and then wake up and then do the same. Well, that's not what I want. And so I think my big thing that's been kicking me in the ass lately is like, well, the alternative is what? Sit around and do fucking nothing and just relax and watch TV. So fucking why not? Why not? Even if I never get big on music. What did I miss out on? TV? Archie Bunker? I mean, what the fuck? Did I miss out on the Cosbys? I mean, I could give a fuck about Conor McGregor breaking his leg and the TV shit and who is on the UFC or Mike Tyson's boxing. Who cares? I would love to just give myself a chance at something great and my children. And so, if that means missing out on the newest fucking thing on Netflix, so be it. Because that's what I ask myself. Well, what else are you going to do with your time? When I go, is this for nothing? And when people go, dude, you've been doing music for fucking 20 years and you've gotten nowhere. And I go, well, we both had the same 20 years and we're both in the same place. You spent years watching Netflix. I made a bunch of music. Sure, I'm not anywhere and neither are you. But I like making music, and I actually enjoy it. So we have had the same amount of fruits. Right on. But my life's not over yet. So you keep on your Netflix journey, and I'm going to keep on my music journey. And we're going to see if something finally fucking pans out. Because I'm not quitting. And that's it. I'm not quitting. So at the end of the day, it's like, so you get more Netflix in and I get more fucking at-bats with this fucking music game, marketing game, video, movie, all that bullshit. You know, we'll see what happens. You know, my thing is, what else are you going to do? So execute. Don't ever give up. You never know when it's fucking finally like, dude, you hit that one song because you would just stayed in the game. So a new thing with me, like, I've been in the game for a minute. I've been making beats for a long fucking time. And then all of a sudden I started going, you know, I want to do my own album, which has been in the works for millions of years. I was like, but I don't want to do everything myself. Well, I found these guys. I met at this place I go to all the time. And in there, I started following them on Instagram because I said, hey man, I support what you're doing. Let me follow you on Instagram. And in that, there were a bunch of gems, like these open mic nights they do. New albums are dropping. It's like, well, where are they recording this stuff? That's kind of cool. Sounds good. Find the studio I want to go to where I'm like, man, they do some good stuff. It looks like a cool studio. Not to mention I'm rubbing elbows with those guys and I make beats. So can I lace you guys up with some beats? And then at the same time, I record my little song. Someone else records me. I'm not doing it myself. They do videos. Oh, hey, I'll pay you guys to hook up a fire-ass video. Then I'm not shooting myself in a video. And I'm like, that'd be a good experience. It'd be fun. And in a sense to do it. Not to mention I would rub elbows with that whole crew. That crew who's doing some major shit. And all I gotta do is go there, and I'm fully willing to pay for my own video and pay for a fucking recording session. Get my songs ready, go in, bang out some shit, have the engineer do his thing. Maybe he doesn't do as good of a job as me, which is gonna be tough to get better than what I can do. But the bottom line is all those relationships, because I just keep going. But as I kept going, I started going, oh shit, I just noticed a bunch of new possibilities with these guys that are already doing some major shit. And do I go in, they think I can add value to what they do? Mind you, I make beats, mix, record, all the other shit you could possibly imagine, not to mention rap like a fucking amazing beast, as you will hear soon. And then next thing you know, I'm just locked right into whatever momentum they've built for themselves because I just kept going. And I got to attach myself to that train, ride their coattails, if you will. Because I just kept going. But if I would have stopped 2 years ago or a month ago, I'd have never known this shit. They don't know it, but I'm just going to keep going. And I'm going to keep doing what I do. And if it works out with them or not, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to keep going. Will's going to get famous in the time I just keep going. And then he's be like, oh, Rob, my dude, you add value to what I'm doing. What's up? You know, and you go, well, thank God I didn't quit. You know, because I would have quit, like, nah, I don't do it. It was like, fuck, that sucks. All right, I'm gonna call a couple people that I know do it. You know. So again, execute, 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 and just keep fucking going, even if you don't know why. Even if you don't know why, there's gonna be points where you're confused. Before this podcast specifically, I was like, what am I even freaking doing right now? Because I've been unlocked for 4 days. I've been on a camping trip, right? And I'm like, okay, I'm like, wrote down the stuff I need to do and going, okay, I'm actually pretty close to getting done what I was trying to get done. What am I tripping on? But, you know, you're going to wonder, you're going to be lost for a second. You're going to get lost. And as long as you just keep executing the plan, eventually that plan will fucking lay itself out on a freaking silver platter. It's happened to me before. I just kept going with the music, and all of a sudden, the next thing I'm on stage with Snoop Dogg. Will's been probably the best part of ever being on stage with Snoop Dogg. I mean, we have Daz and Corrupt just hanging out with us. I mean, we're on the stage.
I was on stage as well.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's I've been on stage with Ice Cube. I've been on stage with some people, you know. It's like it's crazy. So the bottom line is just keep going. Keep going. If I would have been like, you know, most people are like, oh, you still dicking around with this music. I have my friend Chris Carr, same shit. He's doing his little thing, doing his basic ass shit, like fixing his kitchen, laughing at me because I did my studio. You know, funny enough, I'm hanging out with a dude that he used to bump and paid for a CD to bump in his car. Murder was the case in his little Camaro. And I'm actually on stage with that guy. Yet he has a kitchen with an extra cupboard. Big fucking deal. You know, so my thing is it's hilarious. It's like you just keep going. And if I would have stopped when he said that, I'd been like, oh, he's right. Why am I doing this dumb shit? I should just be like, basically like fix my kitchen, put a new seat on the toilet, change out the windows in my home, and mow my lawn, keep working, get my pension, and call it a wrap. And nose knock to you if that's what the fuck you want to do. And if that makes you happy and that's what you imagined as a boy at 6 years old, that you were just going to gain a pension and just chill and change windows out in your house and not be Spider-Man climbing on the walls, okay. But I guarantee you fucking at 6 years old were imagining astronaut, air fucking pilot, something bigger. And now you're one roller coaster ride this life. You've yielded to mowing your lawn. I won't. So you got to keep going. Keep going. Execute. 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 And it is the most faith you've got to have. And just keep going. But one thing is, if you don't keep doing something and you're just waiting, you're like, duh, I haven't done shit. And then you're just like, 4 years have gone by. It's like, well, ask yourself sincerely, have you done everything you were supposed to do for those 4 years? Or did you just sit around and watch Netflix and hope that the dream you had would happen without you actually doing any of the work? So grind your fucking ass off till your eyes bleed and don't stop. That's the answer. There's no shortcut.
Yeah, real quick about a time limit here. You know, the biggest myth in setting goals is you have to set a time limit. And the thing about a time limit is, as soon as you set a time limit, what happens? You're kind of automatically setting yourself up to start creating doubt, because what if I don't hit it? You know, and wouldn't it be a better way to go? Wouldn't it be a better way to go about doing the things you want to, or achieving the things you want to achieve, if you're just enjoying the process and there isn't a time limit? And if you're enjoying what you're doing, then who cares how long as it takes anyways? So I just wanted to kind of touch on a time limit. Like, don't be so caught up in giving yourself a time limit. It doesn't matter how long it takes. You aren't smart enough to know how long it takes. And if you're enjoying the process and having fun while you're doing it, who cares how long it takes? I just wanted to kind of touch on that a little bit. Other than that, man, that's kind of all I got. Like, just keep moving forward and you cannot stop. And when you get to where you want to be, you're going to be able to see further and start heading towards that way also.
That's a big thing. Don't stop. And again, like he said, I'll reiterate, keep going. And if you keep going when you don't know what you're doing, just go a little bit longer and you will probably be able to see the next 10 steps further the next month and what that looks like. Sometimes you want to quit right before the 3 feet before you hit gold, right before you, and gold could be just the next 10 feet that you know how to see. And you got to just keep going till you can see a little bit further. So keep going till you see further. That's it. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell.
Download that daily takeoff checklist.
Download the daily takeoff checklist, which is going to help you start your day. And your daily checkoff sheet is going to help you to keep executing and keep going forward and have that momentum and give you that great self-talk you need to have. So download that. It'll be a link in the description. Daily checkoff sheet. It's free. Download it, have it, apply it, and implement it in your life.
Can't wait for you to hit us up like, wow, this has definitely changed my mindset. And I guarantee it will. And you will thank us, because every person I gave this information to that actually has thanked me, and I've thanked the person that gave this information to me, and that person thanked the person that gave it to them. You know, I am waiting for your thank you.
All right, guys, like, comment, subscribe, download that daily checkoff sheet, get yourself set up for the day, and it's going to help you keep executing. Comment on what you want to hear next. Peace out.